if your visual behavior isn't right, and I do believe we should always start with behaviors and then think about nutrition, supplementation, etc. If your behaviors around vision aren't right, you cannot expect to have good, healthy eyesight for a long time, meaning throughout your lifespan.
If you have vision difficulties, you should watch this video. Most adults start developing eyesight issues between their mid-40 and early 50, particularly when reading and working on computers. Let's listen to Andrew Huberman, an American neuroscientist and tenured professor in the Department of Neurobiology at Stanford University School of Medicine, as he gives useful information about how you may quickly enhance your vision.
And the reason is that when you look at things up close, the eyeball actually lengthens. And because there's a lens there, the light gets focused in front of the retina, not on the retina, which is what you need in order to pass that information to the brain. So that when you put on eyeglasses, you're basically giving it another lens to focus to the right place. When you look at things at a distance, you use the musculature of the eye in a process called accommodation. That lens becomes and remains bendy. The lens in your eye bends. It actually squishes and bends. It's not like a standard rigid lens. And so looking at things in the distance, getting natural light, actually blue light is good for us in this sense during the daytime, improves eye health. It reduces myopia, nearsightedness, and can offset the progression of age-related macular degeneration. Now, people shouldn't be blasting themselves with bright light because that can cause other issues. But as long as the light isn't painful to look at, you're in safe territory.
Poor vision at close distances is one of the most common vision challenges between the ages of 40 and 60. However, this is a normal change with the eye's ability to focus and may progress with time.
We know that long-distance viewing and getting outside into sunlight can offset macular degeneration and myopia, nearsightedness. Study that was done in the US showing that if children get outside for 2 hours a day, even if they're on their phones, I hate to say it, but even if they're on their phones and they're reading and doing their thing, they don't develop nearsightedness. And just being outside in natural light seems to help offset vision loss. When we hear the word vision, we most often think about eyesight or our ability to perceive shapes and objects and faces and colors. Our eyes are responsible for much more than that, including our mood, our level of alertness, and all of that is included in what we call vision. And again, if you're a 15-year-old or a 12-year-old, this episode is especially for you because your nervous system is far more plastic than mine is. It's much more amenable to change, so you can really build a very strong visual system. And in doing that, and if you adopt specific behaviors at any age, of light viewing at particular times and particular ways, then you can build an emotional system that's also reinforced by your visual system. And if your vision is already poor, many of these things that I'm talking about today, perhaps all of them, will improve your vision to some degree. And if your vision is starting to go, then doing these behaviors is likely to really enhance the quality of the vision that you will build and maintain over time.
Beyond 50, vision can be challenging. However, it can be improved with a good lifestyle, healthy nutrition, and regular eye checkups.
These days, we're spending a lot of time looking at things, mainly our phones up close and computers up close, and we are indoors. If you are a young person, and even if you are 25 or older, and you are spending a lot of time looking at things up close, and you are not allowing your vision to relax, in other words, you are not giving your lens the opportunity to flatten out and for these muscles to relieve themselves of this work, you may or may not have migraine headaches. You may or may not have headaches. You might, and that could be the cause of those. But you are also training your eyes to be good at looking at things up close and not far away. And as a consequence, you are reshaping the neural circuitry in your brain. And it is not good. It is not healthy to only look at things up close. Now,
so the retina in the back of the eye is one of the most highly metabolic tissues in your entire body, meaning it thrives on having good nutrition. And many foods and nutrients have been found to not only delay, but also prevent eye diseases and help improve your eyesight and visual function.
Since eyes have muscles, they could use some exercises to remain in good shape. Eye exercises are great when done in the morning, when your eyes feel tired and before retiring to bed. Apart from being unhealthy for many reasons, smoking can contribute to blindness. Smoking can increase your chances of developing cataracts and can cause age-related macular degeneration. Additionally, smoking can reduce the number of antioxidants that are beneficial to your eyes. Make sure that you include foods rich in vitamin C, vitamin E, copper, and zinc to your diet. Eating carrots is good for your vision. Fish is also great for your eyes.
View the horizon. You want to get outside, not just to lighten the load on your mind or to think about other things, but to maintain the health of your visual system. In other words, you want to exercise these muscles, and that involves both the lens moving and getting kind of thicker and relaxing that lens. And the relaxation of the lens is actually one of the best things you can do for the musculature of the inner eye. So what's the protocol? How often should you do this? You might be surprised, but for every 30 minutes of focused work, you probably want to look up every once in a while and just try and relax your face and eye muscles, including your jaw muscles, because all these things are closely linked in the brainstem, and allow your eyes to go into so-called panoramic vision, where you're just not really focusing on anything, and then refocus on your work. Get to a window, get outside if you can do it safely, get onto a balcony, and just let your eyes relax. Spend 2 to 3 minutes doing Smooth Pursuit. There's some programs on YouTube. You can just look up Smooth Pursuit Stimulus. You could do this with a pen if you wanted. You could do this. Someone else could hold a wand and you could do that if you've got someone that can do that for you. Practice accommodation for a few minutes, maybe every other day. This is actually a lot like the visual training that's done post-concussion to try and repair some of the balance and motor and visual and cognitive aspects of the brain. A few minutes, you might even just do this for 2 minutes of looking at something up close. That's going to activate these accommodation mechanisms, and then moving it at arm's length and focusing on it for 5-10 seconds, maybe more, maybe 15 or 20 seconds, then slowly moving it into a location and then out. Get outside, look at a horizon, or do nothing. Just kind of let your eyes go soft. I guess what the yogis would call soft gaze. Just kind of relax your eyelids. Not this, not eyes closed. Just relax. Panoramic vision. Try and see the walls around you without moving your head. Exercise your eye muscles. Exercise the accommodation mechanisms of your eyes. Practice a little bit of Smooth Pursuit. You don't have to be neurotic about this, but if you do this often enough, meaning every other day, every third day or so, it's worth doing. It's really worth preserving your vision. And again, if you're a young person, this is great because then you can actually build an extra strong visual system using all the tools that we're describing.
Our bodies hold the solutions to their own problems, and it's often the best, most effective, and longest-lasting way to deal with those issues. It's also worth looking into why your eyes might feel tired or swollen. It's good to apply these techniques and integrate them into your self-care routine, but you will also need to address the habits causing you pain. Find a way to minimize your exposure to screens, or find ways around it, like using the text-to-speech function to read large amounts of text while you close your eyes or do a chore.
Fruits that are rich in vitamin C, such as citrus fruits such as oranges, tangerines, and even lemons. Vitamin C is a critical antioxidant in our body and is found in really high concentrations within the aqueous fluid inside of the eye. This basically works to help prevent free radical damage from all of the unhealthy parts of our lifestyle, whether it be food, daily habits, or just environmental exposures. And so vitamin C is constantly helping to prevent things like cataracts and macular degeneration inside of your eye. Zinc plays an important role in helping convert vitamin A into melanin in the back of the eye, which is very protective against oxidative damage and damage from sunlight and other sources, and has also been found in the prevention of cataracts, macular degeneration, and helping with low light situation and night vision problems. Vitamin E has also been found to be super beneficial for the health of the eye and can be easily found in things like avocados, almonds, and sunflower seeds.